Cruise to North Carolina mountains, canvas on the table, watch the colors rise. Morning light is shining, blessings all around. Jesus in our hearts, standing strong and sound. Oh, symbols matching, sparkle in place. Watch the picture come to life with grace. By Diamond Place, that diamond, watch it shine. Diamond painting one drill at a time. Friends together, family near, faith and love, we sparkle here. Symbols matching, cutters align, Chihuahua cuddle, feeling fine. Sticky canvas, drills in place, row by row, pure sparkle grace. Cardinals singing in the Carolina sun, working on jigsaw puzzles piece by piece for fun. Come join Hillbilly, diamond shining bright, with Jesus, friends, and diamonds side by side.
Hey, this is Dari at Hillbilly Diamonds, where we close the door to stress and open our windows to sparkle. We are here to work on our puzzle. Let me take y'all down. Okay. And we will get started. However, I enjoy working on this. We're almost completed. Not a whole lot more to do. Let me get these pieces laid out. I always pick these up and put them in a tray when I'm getting ready to diamond paint. I placed 2 towels on top of this, 2 hand towels. To keep from messing my puzzle up. Okay. We are getting there. Hold on. Still laying them out. Okay, there's that tray. Okay, now we got a couple in here. We got this big one I done got put together. If I don't tear it back apart. It's one of the flowers. I gotta figure out where it goes. Okay, now let's get started and figure out where we're going. It's gonna be another cold day here in High Point. This weather is weird. It's after 4 something in the morning. I went to bed early and got up early. So I could record early before I had to take my dog out and everything. Him and my husband are still asleep in there. Yeah, this is, you know, looking pretty good. I seen a table on Hobby Lobby's website I want to get. It is a puzzle table, and it has 4 drawers where you can put your extra pieces instead of storing them down on the frame. And it comes with a top that goes up over your puzzle when you're not working it. That way you lose no pieces. Normally I don't lose my pieces. Once in a while I might lose one. I've been looking at some videos of people who do nothing on their channel but work puzzles. However, a lot of them go to competitions where you do speed puzzling and all that. I have never done that. I'm not that quick. However, I saw one lady on there. She bought 2 puzzles from a shop in Germany. And one of them was 5,000 pieces. One of them was 6,000. And she already had a 7,000 piece. It'd take me a year to do one that size. But if my mom was still here, and my grandma, it wouldn't take us that long to get it done, working on it as a group. Because I grew up doing puzzles. I love puzzles. I remember when I went to school, we draw names, and this girl got my name, and it wasn't right to let people know if you drawed their name or not. But she asked me what I liked, and I told her I like puzzles and coloring books. And she asked me what kind of puzzle I wanted. I said, I want a big one. Well, when I got my gift and opened it, her mother had put 2 coloring books in there and a 500-piece puzzle. That made my day. That was exactly what I wanted. And all the kids at school wanted me to open the puzzle up. And I told them, no, I'm not going to open it until I get home and get ready to work it. Why take a chance of losing your pieces? I found 2 pieces so far. You know, when I've grown up, we didn't have diamond painting. We didn't have internet. You found ways to entertain yourself with things. That was how we did. And when we grew up, if your parents said go outside, they meant go outside. Don't hang around in the house, not doing nothing. So we would always go and play in the woods. You know, we always did stuff to entertain ourselves. Except one time, my mom was babysitting this little girl, and we didn't like her because she thought she was better than we were. So I told my brother, I said, why don't we take her snipe hunting? That's where you take somebody back in the woods and you tell them hold a pillowcase open and you'll chase the little snipe in. And we had her sitting up on this big old rock waiting for us to chase them snipes to her. Well, there is a bird called a snipe in Australia. But in West Virginia, there wasn't no such a thing. And we went home. We was out in the yard, we just playing, you know, and laughing and playing. My mom came out there and asked where she was. And we told our mom, oh, we took her snipe hunting an hour ago. She's sitting up in the woods. And my mom spanked her behind, made us go get that little girl. We didn't want to. And so we went and got her, and my sister had to go back there with us. So we took and was coming home, and there was a little pathway that was real muddy. We told that little girl and my sister, y'all go down in front of us. That was me and my brother. And if y'all start to fall, we'll catch you. Well, they started down that little path in that mud. Fell, and they went rolling down that little hill. And when we got home, you best believe, me and my brother, we had to stay in our room the whole weekend. Because, you know, they could have got hurt. But we were children. We didn't know. Well, come Monday, my mom wasn't babysitting that little girl no more. Her mom wouldn't bring her back. So we got rid of her. We used to do little silly things like that as children. I'm sure a lot of y'all did too. Nowadays, a kid wouldn't even know how to use their imagination to come up with something like that. Snipe hunting. That's what I think happened. You know, the internet is good for learning and things, but to me, I think it's taken over a lot of children's lives and video games and things like that, and they don't know how to do too many outdoor things nowadays because their parents don't make them do things. But sometimes you gotta tell a kid, you know, enough is enough of something. you need to take a break from certain things. Yeah, we go to the pool in the summer, you know, and things. And then when I got in like the 7th grade, they had summer work programs where you could work and make money during the summer. I started working on them. Every summer, my friend would be out there in that pool, just, you know, living it up. And I'd be making money for the school year. So when we come back to school, I had double clothes and everything because I bought them out of the money I made. And it was no hard labor work. What we did was, I worked in the park, and all we did was like pick up trash, you know, and things like that. We didn't do nothing dangerous. But we had the type of boss. She'd have us do our work in the morning, and then at lunchtime we'd have lunch, and then after that we'd just relax for the rest of the day. You know, we didn't do no slave labor. And I had a friend, she wouldn't work on them programs, but her brother, he always worked on them. So, you know, sometimes if you go to an interview and they tell you no, they don't always mean no. They want to see if you're really interested in the job. So you should always at least call back and check the status of the job, because they may decide to let you work. I've got a few jobs like that. I don't recommend this, but I went to a few interviews I wasn't really dressed for. And guess what? I would get the job because I showed interest in the job and not in what I had on. Now, if you're going to go get a job like in an office or something, don't go in there just in anything. Go dressed appropriate for the job. Always dress appropriate for the job you're applying for. So to me, if you're applying for a cleaning job, you don't come in there in a dress or a three-piece suit. You know, just dress accordingly. Some interviews would say, come casually dressed. But don't go to an interview in leggings or your pajamas like they do at Walmart, because that's inappropriate. I've never worn no pajamas down to Walmart. I always wear my regular clothes. Now I have wore leggings down there, but it's depending on the weather. I ain't getting too many pieces in right now. I don't have nothing planned for today except do a couple loads of laundry, clean up my bedroom. I used to hope for a maid, but I gave up on that. That won't ever happen. Well, I hope we get somewhere on this. Well, that is all I have for right now. And if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment and let me know what y'all done as children for entertainment other than the TV. That's all we had. The only entertainment we had was the television or the theater. And let me know if you agree with me. Children need to learn how to do more structured things than video games and the internet and all that. Other than that, this is all I have. And y'all have a blessed morning. And don't forget, here at Hillbilly Diamonds, we close the door to stress and open our windows to sparkle. Y'all have a great morning. Bye.